Hello everybody, this is Just Free Time here, and today is a follow-up video to my other video of the vaping experience part 1. Now I did do a part 2 I believe, but I never edited it or uploaded it, and if I have it will be episode 3 or part 3 or whatever. But I'm still vaping, I'm still in the league of that, and I've changed one of the flavours twice since the last footage. But I'll go to that in a minute. At the moment in time I'm on a cherry menthol, which is nice-ish. It's not the best, but it's there, and I've now got a load of this, so I'm kind of stuck with it for quite some time. I've also been trying out a few things as well. I like the disposable range and the normal range, and I've also been playing around with some flavours, and I've noticed a couple of things that I think could be good to the table. Now in the last video I don't believe I told you this, but if I have, I do apologise if I'm repeating myself, but this right here is the tank obviously, and the one I've got in there is from Poundland. The last one I had and the other one was from Tesco, that was £3, you know, new tank. This one is a Poundland one, and as you just saw when I just vaped it, absolutely fine, works fine. So for the last year nearly, I don't know how long I've been doing this for, I've been using something like this, not a disposable version of it, but something close to this sort of battery. And then over the time, as I said from the last video, I went to something like this. Now I never showed it because I didn't have it with me, but this one is a Eco 2 2200 milliamps, 2015 it says on there, so there you go. And yeah, it works pretty well, but over the last battery I had that was smaller than this really kicks its ass. It's got so much beef to it. I think these are only 1,000 or something, and these are like 2,000, I don't know. Also in this video I want to show you a cheap alternative on the go, because I took one of my near expensive batteries, and it works okay in that, but it's a bit risky, and there's an easier way for me anyway, and it's good because if something goes wrong, it's disposable. I can throw it into the lake, it'll be fine. So yes, this vaping experience has been interesting. I have been through quite a few of them now, and from the other video I still stand by my point. The puke one that I didn't like, disgusting. The one that was bubblegum, still rate it as number 1. But I've been trying some more. Now I got given this, I think near Christmas, this container. So yeah, you can tell I was a fat fox like that immediately. But at the moment in time, this is what I've got. The cherry menthol. And I've got like a couple of them like that. Where's the other one? There's another one here somewhere. No, there isn't. But there's another one I was on, which was called Energy Drink, and that one was pretty good. Alright, it was a bit faint, but it was alright. I liked it. It was alright. So at the moment in time, bubblegum one wins in my opinion because it's really good. Number 2, I would say this is not too bad. I like this. So this will be probably number 2. Number 3 would be this, and number 4 would be the strawberry one, which was pretty nice. Now I've got to show you, these are pretty good, these disposables. I would recommend getting them. They're only in Poundland. They look like this, and they're really good. I've already done a review on it, shameless plug here. But these are very light, and in a suitcase I think it would be much more better carrying that than one of these, because this is heavier, and no risk of bomb squad going through all this crap with it. So You just simply have a disposable, and if it's lost, it's lost. You can get one probably cheap somewhere else. And if you're on the train or whatever and it gets lost, whatever, you can get one from Poundland for just £1, and this is just a disposable. And yeah, it's pretty good. Let me just take this tank off here and put it onto this one, this disposable, and show you it working. The problem, or the goods about this is it's light. Now the goods is it'll work well in your suitcase. The bad is you don't know if you're gripping it or not, so make sure you firmly grip it. The tank is actually more heavier, but it works. I'm not going to keep using it because it's a disposable and doesn't seem to be working long term, unless you want a hack with this thing. But I would recommend not to do this at home, do it at your friend's house, etc. And that is plug it into the charger, but hold on to it to charge it. But I don't know if it will explode, so at your own risk, okay? But again, it's disposable, so it doesn't matter, so that's why I got 2 of them, just in case. Now, this is not a cheap ride when you start vaping, because it's cheaper than cigarettes, don't get me wrong, but you've got to keep buying the liquids. And if you go to Poundland, you'll spend £1 on it for something that size. But it will last you probably a month or so, so it's a bit more cheaper than fags, I tell you. Compared to having 30 a day, you would probably spend less that way. So yeah, there you go. It does have its benefits, and you do have to spend a bit of money on this, like the tank and all that. But if you go to Poundland, get yourself the tank, and you should be fine. The tanks are only £1. The bottles are only £1 in Poundland, and it's local to you. So for £3 you could also use a disposable, use the tank, and use one of these to get you going. They're £3, and it'd be cheaper than smoking altogether anyway. That's probably why these big tobacco companies don't like using them, because if they spread conspiracy, you cannot smoke them. But yeah, I do have my ones in there, and all of them are nicotine free, so I can't get addicted to this as easily as some people can. And yeah, so my experience with this, well, I tell you what, I think it would be good for smokers more, because if you're smoking the nicotine and then you go down from the nicotine to this, you notice that you smoke it less, you don't eyeball it as much, and then you slowly get off it. But if you want to keep vaping forever, fair enough, it's cheaper, it works better, and if you've got electricity, charge it up and go. Or even better, if you've got no electricity, get the disposables, they're only £1. So why not? So yeah, that's been kind of a vaping experience, I guess. It's been an okay ride. I haven't had to smoke it as much since, because, well, normally I rely on this because my life is really dull and shit. But because I've been kind of lazy with my life since, I've technically not been using this as often as I would normally probably. But for relief, there you go. But I got some comments as well to go through, and that is, people have said, what about the burning thing? Well, I don't know, it's only certain ones. If you get the non-nicotine version, or if you get the nicotine version, some of them do have the burning sensation, some of them don't, so it's just mix and match them all. Another thing that's good about having a pound tank is you can get 6 of these and then interchange between them if you get fed up. I think that's what I might have to do in the future, because this one is boring the hell out of me, this cherry one. So that's one of the experiences I have to say about it. It's boring flavour, so it's nice to mix and match. And one thing that cigarettes have to this is you can actually keep changing the flavours of your fags every so often, no problem at all, because the nicotine's the same and everything's in it. But with this, you've got to wash it out or just get a different tank, but if you get a load of them, shouldn't be a problem, I guess. But anyway, that's been my experience so far. It must be a good smoking tool because I've been using it less since. It's not been interested in me so much since. So if you want a quick way to get rid of the fags, I will give this a go. It's cheap, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if it works, then you saved tons more money as well as getting this. But if you just want to just keep vaping instead of cigarettes, then go ahead. But unfortunately the laws are going to be the same now, because you can't vape in public places, but only in cafes, probably in a certain cafe. And I think it's disgusting how government can tell us what's good for us and what's bad for us, even though the fact that they don't care about the kids. Let's face it, they don't care about the kids, and they are just saying that it's the kids that we're caring for, which is bollocks in my opinion, because if they cared about the kids, they wouldn't stop raping them. So whatever. So yeah, basically, don't control something you cannot show us, or whatever you want to say. Anyway, you may notice I'm in my pyjamas like the last scene from me getting new batteries, which by the way, they came. That's the Sony battery. There's the spare, and there's a spare actually in this. It's actually getting flat. And yes, the rechargeable thing came with a little cable thingy. So yay, that came, and there you go, it works. These batteries are actually stronger. These are actually 1800, and this is like 1240, which is crap compared to the one. But yeah, anyway, that's why I like the old foam method, just change the battery. Anyway, yeah, so that's been my vaping experience. Tell me below if you've had any vaping experience that you want to tell me. Oh yeah, but the reason why I'm in my pyjamas is because from the last scene I did it at about 5 o'clock in the morning. Yes, my life's rough, which is probably why I'm on these most of the time. And this is because I basically was waiting for a parcel, this thing, to arrive, and yes, I'm gonna have a bath now. So I am in my pyjamas because I, have baths during the morning, but it's in the evening because fucking postmen, take the piss either in the morning or the evening, or when you're doing something. So whatever. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and if I miss anything I will put them into the video somehow. Anyway, thanks for watching. You've been awesome for watching this. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.